can take a seat. She'll call you.
What's going on?
We're trying to make you an appointment so you can take a seat and she'll call you. Hi.
I'll be back in. I gotta update my ride. Yeah? Okay. Can't get in the driver's seat. They're trying to fuck with me. Yeah, it's no idea. What? That's okay. Drive. Get right over. Don't even get out of the car. Basic situation is the secretary, without making any phone calls to the computer, was aware of my name and fucking. I go, we're moving to Moreno Valley. So, well, what day did you decide to move to? I go, today? So she goes, it wasn't today. So I've been digging. See, I knew I had to come back. This is, huh? No, you got a detective for the fucking try to. That's why I said, hey, if it takes too long, they probably got me. Find myself, most of the people I know, I'm here more often than not, so I figured just cover my bases as well.
Alright, well,
I've been in Riverside, mostly the last couple months, but I don't have any reason to be over here anymore.
well, we do it by appointment.
Uh-huh.
Now, my whole morning's still right now. The whole week until I think the 10th is the only available day we have. Now, if you're worried about the 30th day thing, all I can tell people is we timestamp these things, but we're not going to get to you until the 10th. If you're worried about the 30th day, then my suggestion is, if you're going to be in Riverside for a little while, go back to Riverside and
I have an appointment there. I can do that. Well, I have an appointment there because we set it 30 days out with the last time.
Right, that's what we're doing with our guys.
For May 3rd.
Because once you start registering here, what I do, I give them an appointment. As soon as they register, I say, schedule for another one in 30 days.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I caught 2 felonies out of this department, or this station, from that paperwork not timestamped or not mattering at all, or not being available. I mean, I don't know. You guys may have updated your policies, but in 2005 and 2006, I caught,
Here's what we could do. If you're worried about getting in trouble on this, if you have an appointment with Riverside, I would go to Riverside. We set you up for the 10th, but I would go to Riverside and still stick to a scheduled appointment.
I can do that, but I'm not. It's kind of complicated because I'm not. I don't want to just register there for the sake of registering there.
Well, the only thing.
I mean, I'll be in the computer that way.
And what you need to do
Should I then stay there?
It's up to you. But
or will that restart the 5 days? Tomorrow is the 3rd.
Right.
How many days do I have between? I do you count the 4th as the first day, or the 3rd as the first day? How are you
On
going to
your
do
30th day, you need to be,
that? Is the 3rd.
right, that's the 3rd, and the 30th day, and I would go with my schedule with Riverside, register with Riverside, and then if you want to come back to Moreno Valley, come back at any time you want, but if you want to do the 10th, we'll timestamp for the 10th, and we set you up for an appointment on the 10th.
Do that
Okay, but still go to your scheduled appointment at Riverside on the 3rd.
tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Let me make sure they got it on the 10th, and timestamp it, put the date on top, and give you a card for the appointment, okay?
Okay.
I haven't smelled that in a long time.
Okay. There you go. So timestamp.
You know what? While you're here, what am I supposed to do about my restraining order from the judge to pick up my stuff? Now the charge.
Have Jennifer go out there and get it.
Well, because I mean, the cops took me over there, and she said that you told her not to let me in.
You shouldn't be over there no matter, you can't supersede what a judge tells you to do.
Have-
If the judge turns around and gives you a specific date and puts it on a restraining order, then that's the day you need to go there. If you bypass that date, you can't go back.
He didn't give me any date. He just said I had to arrange it with law enforcement or with her son. And I called Jeremy and had him let her know. That's how she knew. And then I called law enforcement and had them go over there with me, which was a hassle in and of itself. But then when I got there, she said that she had spoke with you and that you told her not to let me in.
Right. I told her, she called me up about
she
it.
said because the trial had started, or, you know, I know
No,
that she
it had nothing to do with
misunderstood
trial.
that. I know that, well, there is no trials. It never got that far. We were at prelim. As of right now, all the counts have been withdrawn, so there's actually nothing. I'm going back to the family court that has a restraining order kicked out.
That's what, this is 3 years, I believe.
5 years.
5 years on that one. But the thing is,
I'm just worried about driving down Paris Boulevard,
Yeah.
arbitrarily getting pulled over at a potential.
within 100 yards of that property, yeah. That's why I say, go around the long way if you have to. Don't be going by
It's
the
like if I'm
property.
a passenger in somebody else's car. I mean, if it's a
Tell them to go the long way.
I do.
Technically.
I do. I mean,
Technically, you're asking if you can go over there and pick up your stuff, and if the judge puts on there that you can physically be there,
it was.
you can physically be there. But if it doesn't say that, you say you can make arrangements through her son or through Jennifer, then make arrangements through her son or Jennifer. Don't.
It says I can physically be there. It says that I can go there, and if I can't, if there's something there that I'm trying to pick up that she's contesting, that she has to hang on to it, and we have to go back to court, and the judge has to decide that she can't arbitrarily.
Here's what I suggested to her. I said, don't even have any of your stuff or Jennifer's stuff in her apartment. She needs to put it in a storage facility, pay for a month in that storage facility, give Jennifer the key and say, there's your stuff. After a month is up,
Actually, the right thing to do.
after a month is up, if they want to keep paying for the storage, that's fine. But if they don't, they need to pull it out of storage. But I told her, take everything that belongs to you or Jennifer, put it in a storage facility. I've told her that like 2 or 3 times now.
Oh no.
So
I understand dealing with her.
So, and then when she told me that you were going to come over there, I said, technically, you need to make an arrangement with someone to pick up your stuff. And she asked, can I allow him in? Do I have to have him in the house? I said, no. The thing is that restraining order is to keep him away from your property. If the restraining order says
In there, yeah, it's ordered by the judge in there that I can go
then
get
you
my
need to make
stuff.
arrangements, right?
That I just needed to notify her son and either go with her son or go with law enforcement. Well, I went ahead and covered both bases. I called Jeremy and let him know that I was to let her know, and then I had law enforcement accompany me, and it still got, you know.
I'd have to look
Yeah,
at
you
that.
didn't have enough information, so that was just an arbitrary thing on her.
The way I understood it was that you have to make arrangements to pick up your stuff, which I understand. Any judge is going to sign that. But for you to be there, no. But if you have arrangements to have somebody come pick it up, no problem. Like Jennifer or Jennifer's son Jeremy or somebody. Jennifer's son Jeremy. But they can come and get it for you. Or you can set it up with her and put it in a storage facility. Or she even boxes it up and puts it at a location, says your stuff is there, you can go get your stuff. But the thing is, the whole thing I restraining order, and I won't do it even when I was on parole, I wouldn't supersede what that restraining order says. That was the letter of the law from the judge.
Right.
If it wasn't in writing in that restraining order, I wouldn't do it. You know, because I wouldn't even chance, because I'm not going to supersede what the judge tells me to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the restraining order, and then it's an order for me to get my. Anyways, there's another thing I was going to ask you. I would say hypothetically, but we're beyond that. So, if she admitted to threatening to shoot me several times on the bench, and the judge stopped the questioning and said, well, she demonstrated wanton, and willing.
Basically, she doesn't like it.
Wanton and willing was the reason he used those words. If I've previously made complaints, I've previously called, said, hey, I got this person threatening, and nothing was ever done about it. I was physically attacked by Jeremy on one occasion, and so forth and so on. It's been a collective history. Where would I go to file, or where would I go to report that? Because I've already reported it here, and it just didn't get looked into on the whole 80% bullshit theory. I don't know what that is. As cops, we believe that 80% of everything we hear is bullshit. I've heard that 2 or 3 times over the years. And just arbitrary.
I never used that, but
No, I don't expect
I've
you.
never used that.
I don't expect you to subscribe to it. I'm just saying, it's like you have to imagine that if somebody's telling you something, part of it's going to be fictitious, a part of it's going to be, there's probably a small core of truth. I think is the message behind it.
Anything you go to, everybody's going to have a little different version.
Perspectives.
You have to take everything that's similar to everybody's statement and know that you've got it right.
I mean, I was bleeding from the face, and I didn't get. They didn't even do anything.
Jeremy said?
Huh?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Is that what Jeremy texted you?
Yeah, and they're threatening to kill me and everything, and I try to report it, and nothing happens. They don't even take a report, or the report basically reflects that, I don't even know, he was, whatever the situation is. Now that somebody's openly in court, under oath, admitted to it, is there any recourse considering the person has a history of actually firing weapons at, like a car full of teenagers back in 1996? On her record. 1990.
Statute of limitations.
Oh no. She went to court over it. Mary shot at a car full of teenagers, and she got community service.
And according to
she hit the house across the street.
Yeah, she hit the ground, which first say hit the house.
It was Jeremy who actually shot that, but that's neither here nor there.
If those charges dropped.
Well, she got a $200 community service donation, I think, thing. But I mean, you have somebody that has at least a police report history of having done that, and now she's said it, and now that the charges against me are dropped, I just have the, sneaking suspicion that might be the recourse taken.
It's one of those things. You stay away from her property, you're not going to have any problems. If she comes out as the aggressor and tries to hunt you down the street, that's a whole different ballgame. But if you go back to the house,
I don't go over there.
Going over to Garrett's, whatever the case may be.
I don't go over there.
And then a confrontation ensues. First of all, you violate a restraining order. Okay? If that thing's set for 5 years, it's probably going to stick in the system for 5 years. Whether the case is dropped or not.
I'm going over to the court for the motion to show cause, because I mean her whole thing is based on that. She committed perjury all over that document, so I'm not going to get into that.
Well, keep in mind that even if, let's just say the case is completely dropped and there's no more charges pending, first of all, you're going to have to have proof of that to show family court to drop the restraining order.
I've got that.
Okay.
I got the minutes. I have the minutes where the DA.
Well, you were held to answer.
I was held to answer, but if you go back on the minutes right now, it covers the count 001 withdrawn, count 002 withdrawn. So all counts have been officially withdrawn by the district attorney's office. Currently, at the last about 5 days ago when I was on the internet.
I'll take a look, but most of the time, I have not really seen restraining order, even if the charges are dropped between parties, that the restraining order is rescinded unless both parties agree to drop the restraining order. And if that's the case, then she would have to come to court and say, okay, I want you to drop the restraining order. Then the judge would say, okay, what's your cause? And they would drop it. Other than that, my guess is, don't be surprised if it's not dropped, because even if the charges are no longer pending, there's still that issue between parties arguing. You're arguing with her, she's arguing with you.
Well, it's not like I want to go over there. I just don't want to arbitrarily be. I mean, she got it.
Garrett over there as a friend, right? If you want to go
it's not worth going over there. I mean, he can come see me if it comes to that.
Goes over there, and
I actually had it from the judge that I can go over to Garrett's on emergency conditions. Like if
where's that at?
D7. She's in
Why
D6,
not?
he's in
Is
D7.
that in the restraining order?
No, I had him took it out. Just because I knew it would get sticky, but the judge was prepared. I mean, it's in the transcripts. I have all my paperwork. It's in the transcripts that he was going to allow me to go over there for work purposes.
Hey, real quick, what's your cell phone number? 255-0540?
No.
What is that?
25502. 0788. 25502.
Oh, that's what it is. 078. Okay, I got you.
It's really easy to remember that way. So.
Okay. Hey, they usually get watched. No, this is mine. This is for my phone.
Oh, okay. This is mine.
Hey, they usually want to. I know who you are, but you have.
I wrote it above that. Yeah, I have my driver's
Let me get that real quick.
It's back when I used to be Mexican. Hold on.
In this first parking lot right here,
I have a current one. There you go. $5, $10, 900 hours. So my question then, I don't think I got an answer, was if I wish to pursue charges.
Hey, has anything changed my side? No. Alright, I'll be looking at it.
If I wish to pursue charges, where would I report that initially?
I would almost go with the DA's office because that happens during the court proceedings, and they're the ones that will be able to pull the court records on that.
No, I have the transcripts. I have certified transcripts.
When I get certified transcripts, then I would talk to the attorney that was handling the case. But you know what? He's not going to be part of it. He's going to be somebody else.
My public defender is.
Yeah, we'll see the public defender. He's another one that you could go to. But if you're going to
publish my juvenile record on that. You know that? You can go on the internet right now and print out.
I don't think the DA's office will do it.
The DA didn't do it. Oh, okay. Public defender did it. The judge mentioned it while he was on the bench. He said, you might remember this, probably not, but you might. I'd hate to, when he was doing the evidence, when he was admitting the evidence, the third piece of evidence, he said, I'd hate to, since this is a juvenile case, I'd hate to make it public record, considering that yada, 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 he goes on about it. When I went through all my paperwork later, I discovered that when they filed their bail motion, Judith Guan put my entire juvenile charging document, which is a petition, and it's not even what I pleaded to. It's like everything I was charged with in quasi detail.
Did you make a decision on the bail?
See, to dismiss the strike, and I've done that 3 times prior, so there was no reason for her to do this. And see, that's what the judge was saying about sealing it. There's this other portion of it, where basically you can download and print my juvenile record right now.
Anything that has juvenile is not supposed to be disclosed to the general public. It's not supposed to be disclosed anyway. So if they were to do something like that, I don't know why they would do that. There'd be no reason for them to do it. I mean, they're not gaining anything. They're not gaining nothing.
Here's the thing. If somebody did a search online and paid the 50 cents or the $1, they'd be able to pull up that. And then if I was, you got to assumably from the position of the district attorney or the public defender at the time, I was going to prison. So instead of going to prison with 261, I would have been going to prison with 288 charges on the public record. So the options for somebody in that situation in custody are greatly drastic. There's a big difference between 261 and 288.
Richard, we could probably talk for hours.
I know. I'm not going to keep you here. I got one other thing.
My guy's here for my 9 o'clock.
I got one other thing. I am trying to do the
the RFID tracking with the implants. I'm really pushing for that, and I'm willing to accept that as a plea bargain. I've already approached that to my people. I've already grazed the surface with the district attorney verbally, in an elevator.
Want me to say something to them?
Well, I'm more than willing. I'll plea bargain with that as the punishment and some other basic stuff, because I think it should happen. I mean, I really think if you could just put some little RFID transponder. I track myself on my MySpace. You can know where I've been. I can change it so it's not 100%, but I track myself now just so you guys can't say I was here when I wasn't or I was there when I wasn't.
I've not yet seen anybody do any kind of tracking device on a person. They would put it internal. The only thing I would do is GPS ankle bracelet.
Well, right, but cut those off.
Sure.
Verichip in 2006 got FDA approval. It's the same thing they put in dogs.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Make it happen.
No, I'm gonna be here because I'm here too much. You guys are gonna say I'm living here. I'm gonna get caught up on some technical bullshit again. And I'm not trying to willfully defy you guys.
And you decide not to register.
I'll let you know.
Still have to show up. That's all.
Well, no, I'll call. I will do that. Just I've had too much bullshit over bullshit.